Welcome to the next entry in a Fextralife series highlighting the top 5 RPGs for the upcoming month. In this edition, we're going to take a look at what we think are the top 5 upcoming RPGs of April 2018, talk a little about each, and then explain why we think they deserve to be on the list. So join me now to find some obvious choices as well as some hidden gems. April is nearly here, and with it comes the spring, which has traditionally been a slow period for game launches. In fact, as you scroll through our list, you will find a few games that walk the line between genres, as there simply isn't an abundance of RPGs to choose from. Please forgive us our shortcomings as we dug deep to find games we thought you might all enjoy. Without further ado, let's jump into the top 5 RPGs of April 2018. Honorable mention, God of War. Although not entirely an RPG, we'd be remiss not to mention Sony's highly anticipated console exclusive God of War. Normally we wouldn't be able to get away with having an action game on our list, however the franchise is clearly heading into that gray area between an RPG and an action game, much the same way Assassin's Creed is. Not only does the game feature punishingly brutal combat in an over-the-shoulder format that will remind players of something like Mass Effect, players will now also gain experience, level up, and be able to craft and upgrade weapons and armor. Sounds more like an RPG now, doesn't it? The series protagonist Kratos will return as the main character, but he now has a son named Atreus, and he will act as your sidekick throughout the course of the game. Unlike the previous installments in the franchise, this iteration of God of War will be loosely based on Norse mythology instead of Greek. This means Kratos must face Norse gods which include Odin, Thor, and Loki. God of War will be released on April 20th, 2018, exclusively for the PlayStation 4, and it will be the 8th installment in the God of War series. Number 5, Extinction. From time immemorial, the world has been at war. For generations, humans have fought one another for land and riches, while our true enemies have lurked in the distance, throngs of ravenous monsters standing 150 feet tall that aim to destroy our kind. Only those trained in the ways of the ancient order stand a chance at defeating these monstrosities, known colloquially as ogres. You are one of the world's last defenders, a warrior named Avil, equipped with the skill, speed, and strength to oppose the endless wave of Raveneye and prevent a fate worse than death, Extinction. Extinction is a hack-and-slash action RPG that incorporates elements of games like Attack on Titan, Nier Automata, and Darksiders into one giant killing of a time. In Extinction, you can move freely around a fully destructible environment and use objects throughout the world to your strategic advantage. Travel horizontally and vertically, perform wall runs, and use your whip as a vault to perform devastating aerial assaults. Master dynamic combat maneuvers to effectively traverse the giant beasts and expose their weak points, progressing along different skill trees to develop a path best suited to your playstyle. Extinction releases on April 10th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Number 4, Super Daryl Deluxe. Super Daryl Deluxe is a single-player brawler RPG developed and published by Dan and Gary Games. The game follows Daryl Whitelaw, a new student at Waterfalls High, a perfectly normal, sprawling, multi-dimensional high school. Like any other perfectly normal school, its students and faculty have gone missing and the classrooms have been locked down for weeks. Yes, there's nothing remarkable happening at Waterfall High whatsoever. Just ask the new principal. This 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up Metroidvania allows you to take your enemies head-on with the best cartoon violence available today, winning with any combination of over 40 skills available for you to buy and upgrade, as well as level up and don fancy equipment to get the most out of your high school experience. If you like humor and violence, and high school, then this might be a game for you to check out. It will be released on April 10th for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. Number 3, Dark Rose Valkyrie. PS4's Dark Rose Valkyrie from Compile Heart and Idea Factory is coming to PC on April 10th, 2018. Featuring the talents of Tales of series scenario writer Takumi Miyajima and Tales of series character designer Kosuke Fujishima, this JRPG appoints you to lead an elite military force known as ACID, Anti-Chimera Interception Division, to defend humanity from enemies transformed by the mysterious Chimera virus. As the story unfolds, you'll be seeking out traitors from within your own ranks through a visual novel interview system that allows you to ask a series of questions and search for inconsistencies. How these interviews go will ultimately change the game's ending, so think carefully. This alternative history action RPG features real-time combat and unique battle modes to press the advantage. You'll be able to customize your attacks and chain combos to suit your preferred playstyle, and characters can transform into their stronger split personalities mid-battle, but be strategic, too many transformations will lead you to fatigue. Number 2, Sinner Sacrificed for Redemption. A man without memory struggles to understand and deal with his past. Adam must face the incarnation of his greatest sins as he unlocks his memories and sacrifices to atone. But will Adam attain redemption, or will he wallow in his past? Sinner Sacrificed for Redemption is a single-player boss-battling action RPG set in a dark and forbidding realm with a twisted path and deep lore, developed by Darkstar Game Studios. a studio in Hong Kong whose team is comprised of ex-Ubisoft, Blizzard, and Konami developers. The gameplay takes inspiration from the Souls series, Shadow of Colossus, and Dante's The Divine Comedy, and players will have to sacrifice something of theirs in order to take on each of the game's 8 bosses. Whether it's gear or stats or what have you, players will grow progressively weaker as they make their way through. Since 7 bosses are available immediately, this allows the player to choose the order he or she faces each in, adding a bit of strategy. Sinner's Sacrifice or Redemption will be released on April 25th for PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Number 1. Tower of Time. Tower of Time is a party-based RPG by Event Horizon packed with over 50 hours of gameplay, handcrafted levels, and a rich story told through animated cinematics. It contains 7 unique character classes, each coming with a complex skill system that has 2 exclusive enhancement trees, as well as a multitude of other options for customization. Players can draw spells as they want, creating a wall to block enemies or by drawing a path for rain of arrows. Tower of Time also features a unique combat system that slows the action down to a crawl or pauses it. This allows you to plan ahead and position your party where you need them for ultimate effect. There are nearly 40 bosses in the game, and the random loot generation system has over 1 million possible combinations. If you're a Torment or Pillars of Eternity fan, you might want to check this game out. Tower of Time launches on April 12th for the PC platform and is currently available in early access for those who don't want to wait. That's a wrap for the top RPGs of April. Did I miss your favorite April RPG release? What games are you most looking forward to this year? Please let us know in the comments below.